For over 1,400 years, the prophecies of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, have guided Muslims, warning of signs that would appear before the end of days. We've always looked for them, wondering when they might show up. But what if that wait is over? What if the signs aren't some distant event, but are happening right now, demanding our attention? Let's be honest, the world feels like it's unraveling. This isn't just the normal chaos of history. It feels different, more intense. You've probably seen the whispers online, spreading like wildfire and pointing to the year 2026. A solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse, and a rare planetary alignment, all supposedly happening during Ramadan. But are these the real signs the prophet predicted? In this video, we're going to separate fact from fiction. We'll uncover the 7 signs mentioned in authentic sources, some of which are unfolding right before our eyes, and expose the myths that are designed to mislead us. So, what's the real story with Ramadan 2026? And what does it mean for you and me today? First, let's tackle the one causing all the buzz online. The claim that a solar eclipse will happen on the first day of Ramadan 2026, with a lunar eclipse in the middle of that same month. A lot of videos link this to a prophecy about the arrival of Imam Mahdi, based on a narration found in some Hadith books. But we have to be extremely careful here. First off, Hadith scholars have looked into this narration and found major weaknesses in its chain of transmission, including narrators who were known for making things up. Because of this, the report is classified as maudu, or fabricated, meaning it's not authentic. Secondly, the science just doesn't add up. There will be an annular solar eclipse on February 17, 2026, and a total lunar eclipse on March 3, 2026. While those dates are near the expected time frame for Ramadan, they don't line up with the first night and middle of the month, as the weak narration claims. So what is the true celestial sign? The Quran itself, in Surah Al-Qiyamah, says, "So when the sight is dazzled, and the moon is eclipsed, and the sun and the moon are joined together." 75:7-9. Scholars explain that these verses are describing the massive, world-ending events of the day of resurrection itself, not a little sign in a specific year. The first hidden sign isn't the eclipse itself, but a warning against spreading misinformation. A true believer relies on solid knowledge, not sensationalist clicks. Now, let's turn to a sign that is grounded in authentic prophecy. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The hour will not come to pass before the river Euphrates dries up to unveil a mountain of gold, for which people will fight. 99 out of 100 will die." This hadith is found in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, the most authentic collections. For centuries, this prophecy was just words on a page. But today, we're seeing the beginning of it unfold. News reports and satellite images confirm that the Euphrates River is shrinking at a terrifying rate. Dams, climate change, and drought are choking a river that has been a lifeline for thousands of years. Some have suggested the mountain of gold could be a metaphor for black gold, oil, and the endless conflicts fought over it. While that's a modern take, the physical drying of the river is an undeniable fact. The prophecy isn't complete. The mountain of gold hasn't been fully unveiled, and the great battle hasn't happened. But the prelude is here, a chilling reminder that the prophet's words from 1,400 years ago are echoing in our reality. The third sign is an incredible transformation. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The last hour will not come until the land of Arabia reverts to meadows and rivers." For anyone who's seen the vast, dry deserts of Arabia, this might have sounded impossible. But the key word here is reverts, meaning it was green once before and will be again. And guess what? Modern science confirms it. Geologists have found evidence of ancient lakes, rivers, and grasslands that once existed in Arabia. And now we're seeing its return. In just the last few years, the region has had record-breaking rainfall. You've probably seen the videos on social media. Barren, brown mountains suddenly covered in a blanket of green. At the same time, huge projects like the Saudi Green Initiative are planting hundreds of millions of trees to literally engineer a greener landscape. This isn't some far-off event. It's happening right now. The desert is blooming, just as the prophet foretold. The prophet, peace be upon him, also warned that one of the signs of the hour would be an increase in earthquakes. He said that time would feel faster and the ground would shake more often. In our lifetime, this one feels especially real. It seems like we're constantly hearing about devastating earthquakes hitting nations across the globe, from Turkey and Syria to Morocco and Afghanistan. The ground just doesn't feel as stable as it used to. Now, while scientists might say the overall number of major earthquakes hasn't changed much over the very long term, our experience of them certainly has. Thanks to global news and social media, we are instantly aware of every major tremor. The consequences, the loss of life and displaced families, are felt by all of us. The Prophet's words describe not just a geological shift, but an age where the world feels like it's being shaken, both literally and figuratively. That feeling of instability is itself a fulfillment of the sign. Let's circle back to 2026 and the buzz about a rare planetary alignment. Around February 28th, 6 planets are expected to line up in the sky. Naturally, many are pointing to this as another divine sign for that Ramadan. But here's where we need to be really clear. While the cosmic light show is real, is it an Islamic sign? When you search the Quran and authentic Hadith, you find zero mention of planetary alignments as a sign of the end times or the Mahdi. The Prophet gave us clear signs to look for. He talked about eclipses as reminders of God's power, but not planetary alignments as a specific warning. The real sign here might just be a test of our focus. It's so easy to get distracted by big, shiny objects in the sky, but our faith is built on revelation, not astrology. The danger is looking to the stars for answers instead of focusing on the clear signs the Prophet gave us, signs happening right here on Earth. That 2026 alignment will be a beautiful display of creation, for sure, but it's not a prophetic sign we've been told to wait for. The real test is to not get distracted. Perhaps the most powerful and personal signs are the ones about the moral state of the world. The Hadith speak of a time when senseless killing would become common, when a person wouldn't know why they were killing or being killed. A time when trust is lost and society is led by the worst among them. Just look at our world. We see conflict, confusion, and the breakdown of basic morality. We're living in an era of deep spiritual anxiety, where holding on to your faith is described in prophecy as being like holding a hot coal. This sign isn't tied to 2026 or any single event. It's the spiritual climate we live in every single day. It's a slow decay that's far more revealing than any eclipse. It's a sign that appears not in the sky, but in our hearts. It's a call for us to look in the mirror and ask, in this time of confusion, am I a source of justice and faith, or am I just getting swept away by the chaos? This brings us to the final, and maybe the most hidden, sign of all. With everyone obsessing over specific dates like February 17th for Ramadan 2026, we're in danger of forgetting the beautiful method the Prophet actually taught us. He didn't give us a calendar with dates calculated years in advance. He gave us a simple, profound instruction: fast when you see it, the crescent moon, and break your fast when you see it. This is from an authentic Hadith. The start of the holy month isn't decided by an algorithm. It's determined by the community going out and searching for the new moon together. In an age of date-setting and speculation, the true sign of a believer is sticking to the Sunnah, the way of the Prophet. The hidden sign for Ramadan 2026 isn't an eclipse or an alignment. It's the simple act of looking to the horizon for the crescent moon and starting our fast in unity and obedience. It pulls us away from fear-mongering and back toward sincere worship. It's a reminder that our job isn't to predict the hour, but to be ready for it. So, as we look toward 2026, we do see a convergence. Not of fake prophecies, but of authentic signs unfolding all around us. A river running dry, a desert turning green, a world shaken by conflict and tremors. These aren't meant to make us afraid. They're meant to wake us up. They're reminders that the Prophet's words are true and our time here is short. The real preparation isn't about decoding dates. It's about strengthening your faith and turning back to God. If you found this breakdown of the true signs helpful, subscribe to our channel for more content grounded in authentic knowledge. And please, share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you see these signs unfolding in the world today? Remember, no matter what happens, Allah knows best.